presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
Yes, and thank you for taking my call. I wanted to let you know that I've been a subscriber for a couple of years, just different members of your team, and I really enjoy it. But really the reason I'm calling is to express my sincerest gratitude for you providing that information yesterday on the small business grant. I'm a small business owner and primary breadwinner for my family, and if I can get that money, it's going to really mean a lot to my family. So
that's awesome.
Thank you for taking the time to do that.
No, well, listen, man, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We got 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks, and the markets don't open back up until Tuesday morning. You have the power to create. Your power is so strong that whatever you believe comes true. You are that way because that is what you believe about yourself. Your whole reality, everything is what you believe, is your creation. I like this one. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 54, NASDAQ up 37, S&P's up 7.5, gold contract up $24.10, trading at $19.22 an ounce. We got silver up 40 cents, $24.41 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.50, $79.89 a barrel. Notes and bonds. 10-year note down 14 ticks, trading 114.25. The 30-year down 21 at 130 flat. And King Dollar trading down 54 ticks, 102.191. The euro is at 108. The yen is at 127.88. And the British pound is at 122 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, let's bring up the futures first. We know we just did the SPY. The SPY has the contraction of volume is pretty dramatic out here today, folks. And, you know, you're going after highs. So we take a look at the SPY. Whoops, not that way. Bring it back. Let's do this way. Wow, let me do this again. There we go. Okay, so bring up with the E-mini. That's what we're looking at here. Same deal. Yeah, it doesn't mean it can't go right to the high, though, of yesterday. The high of yesterday was 4,021. That's what it looks like it wants to do. It's going to go out. It's going to go up there and test it, and it's going to have light volume. Let's NQs. Let's go look at the NQs. See what we have the NQs here. NQs. We take a look at that. You're already above the high of yesterday. The NQs. Let's see. That high of yesterday was 579. Oh, look at that. We hit 578. Okay. Same deal. This is just the test of highs, dramatically lighter volume. And if you're a bull, this is what you didn't want, folks. That's the bottom line. Because yesterday you had a decent day. We take a look at the volume, how we come in here. You know, yesterday you did 918. Yeah, you can do 900 today. You're at 430 right now. We'll see where that shakes out at the end of the day. And the composite, we take a look at the composite. You're at 3, but now the composites, that's light. 3.8. That's not going to do 1.8 million. No, that's not going to do 100. Yeah, not even close. So let me look at this composite, because the composite. Okay, so the composites, yeah. You're coming into the downdraft, but the bottom line, that's a monster contraction. Gold, we go to the gold contract, we take a look at the gold contract. Now, I'm going to put the continuous contract up here because the bottom line is that what you have is that, you know, there's no doubt, you know, you go back just till November, you're talking about from 1719 up to 1925. And if we take this and put this, first thing I'm going to do this on a weekly. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I mean, the next swing point up here is 1997. You know, the gap is, I see. The gap is 1930. We hit 1925. So have to make it through the gap first. But the bottom line is that, you know, we've had volume every day. Inside the contract, that is. Now, let's go to the silver market. We take a look at the silver market. That's so wild, man. The silver market doesn't mean that it can't go break highs, but, you know, yesterday, bottom line, we did 73,000 contracts. Today, we're at 55. Let me go look at the yen, because the yen, we have this. Let me look at this. Okay, so this is operating correctly now. I mean, every time the yen would come down, you'd have a big day on gold, and that's what's happening out here. You know, you can see the yen. Let's put this up, because I want to put this back. So this is the yen. Let me see, 15 years. Okay, so we're probably heading for 125.86. If you get back inside 125.86, then the bottom line is that you can actually really make it down to 99, which would just be a total mind blower. Let's go to let's go to Bed Bath & Beyond first, because I know folks are buying this, and I'm telling you flat out, you know, if you want to buy it and day trade it, that's one thing, okay? Do not hold this overnight. You're going to wake up in the morning, they're going to be bankrupt. They're going to be bankrupt, you know, in the next, you know, week and a half. I mean, it's already, it's not that it's on the table. They were already looking for bankrupt advisors, and they're also looking in order to basically, you know, get it done, meaning go into bankruptcy, come back out of bankruptcy. You know, this is going to be worth nothing overnight. Just at some point. Well, and I get it. Maybe you made a lot of money when the last one was supposed to go BK and didn't go BK, and then it still went up. So I get that too, but that's insane. Tesla, bottom line, this was quite an announcement by Tesla, you know, meaning the amount of price reductions out there. You know, so this is just still bouncing along the bottom. Nothing heavy, really. You know, you get it at $1.96. And, you know, the amount of discounts are incredible, though. If you haven't seen them yet, they're from approximately 6.5% all the way up to 20%. And then what they did, the one with the 20% one, they were pretty smart what they did, actually. They brought it under the price target that they would be available for tax credits. That's the bottom line, and so you get a double banger. That's what it comes down to. Let's go take a look at PPL. Right? Well, PPL. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is a utility holding company. It's paying 2.9% dividend. Put this on a weekly. Oh yeah, I mean, that has volume up there, Frank, and it wants to break. Yeah, I mean, it went over it. It has the volume. We'll probably actually get over and stay over it.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Best of Hewley, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 65, Nasdaq's up 50, S&Ps are up 9.5. So we're going to go look at Airbnb first, right? And and the reason, check this out, folks. I didn't know this. I was meeting with someone last night. Yeah. And, okay, so where's the one in the U.S.? Wait, does that say U.S.? That doesn't say
US. It says NASDAQ, GS. What does that mean?
Oh, where? Where you got that?
The second one.
Right here?
Yeah, that one.
That's like in London.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. No, I know. Let's hear. I don't know. One second, yeah. There we go. Okay. So, let me just see what this looks like first. I know this thing... Okay, so you're coming off a low. Interesting. So, yeah, we put this in a monthly. I mean, this does look like it's going to go up to the 129 now. The reason I'm bringing this up, folks, okay, so check this out. I was talking with this person last night. Now, I used to have a lot of Airbnbs, but what ended up happening is that the competition got too much. Yeah, so I had these, this is going back like 6, 7, longer than that, I guess. Yeah, 8 or 9 years ago. And the first couple of years were great, folks, and then what ended up happening, there was so much competition, especially down the beach.
Yeah.
There's not competition in St. Pete.
No.
It's interesting. So we have beautiful beaches. So down the beaches, and then I transferred them into short-term rentals, right? So I was talking to a guy that bought one of my houses last night, and the back, the carriage home, and he's doing the Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I said, so how are you doing? Well, you know what he's taking a month? Taking $3,000 a month.
Wow.
And he hasn't missed a day. So I sold him this house like 8 months ago?
Yeah.
7 months ago?
No,
around
not
there.
too long
right?
ago, yeah.
And it's amazing, right? Because the studio apartment is 441 feet in the back, square feet, okay? But check this out, folks. If you have an Airbnb, this got me really intrigued, actually. Airbnb now. I said to him, I says, how much did you get? He says, oh, there are always different prices, but it's always, you know, a really good price. And I said, so what are you just on there, you know, doing it left and right? He says, no. He says, they have an AI program.
Wow.
They have an AI program, folks, that they will competitively, they're getting like the airlines. This is what's getting interesting here. They're getting like the airlines. They see what's available on their whole system within, you know, the 2 mile radius, and they price them.
Wow.
That's a wow.
That's amazing.
Isn't that a wow?
Because they're going to go.
That to me was like, okay, that is a whole different ball game.
So $3,000 a month for the back.
Yes.
Wow.
Right. and it's been filled for 8 months. He's only just missed 1 day, he told me.
For 8 months.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right. I know.
Yeah, I mean, he has a little bit more expenses to clean it and all that stuff, but.
But except that he's only had 3 people in there in 8 months.
Oh, I see.
Which is pretty cool.
See. Yeah.
He said, and listen to this, folks. This is kind of cool. He said that now there's a lot, out of those 3 people, 2 of them were actually companies that were paying for the people that were sending them into St. Pete.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of a hotel, you just get an Airbnb.
Things are changing. That's the point of us, actually talking about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that was a heads up, man.
Yeah.
Now, what is going to be intriguing, folks, is that, picture this. If they're using, what has happened is this. Well, explain to them how they took over the rental business, right? Because it used to be on, remember, we'd put it on the MLS.
Yeah. And it will go to Zillow.
Exactly.
So now you can put a rental on the MLS, but it won't go to Zillow.
Right.
So you have to go directly to Zillow.
And Zillow charges, what, $49 or something? 39.
It's 39, yeah.
39, right.
They keep changing it, but yeah.
Right.
39 for a month.
And what had happened, folks, is that Zillow, even when we had it on the MLS, all our rentals would come from Zillow.
Yeah. Yeah, like 95% of them.
Right. And then Zillow figured out that, hey, why am I even taking the MLS? So they took all the business.
Yeah.
Now, here's the next thing. When I heard they had an AI program last night and they give it to their clients, what's going to be the next thing?
Well, I mean, Zillow's going to take over.
They'll do the AI program for selling.
Yeah, selling. Oh, yeah, selling too. Yeah.
Right? Why wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Isn't that wild, though?
One thing I don't get about Zillow is, when you rent your place out,
yes,
they don't ask you how much you rented it for.
Okay.
So they don't really have that data, which is kind of weird why they won't want that data.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Well, maybe they have a program where they can kind of guess based on how fast it went, what you got for it.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like, why wouldn't you want that?
No, I know.
Because you just take it off.
I wonder how that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're missing a big opportunity there.
There is. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Wait till you see here these numbers, folks. Okay. So now, are these active listings in Pinellas County?
No, this is our board here. So that kind of come, Sarasota.
That's even better.
Orlando.
No, it's a bigger.
Yeah.
It's a bigger sample then.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
Mostly Central Florida. Yeah.
Okay. So active listings here. Why don't you go through this for them? Okay. So this is pretty cool, folks.
So pre-pandemic, it used to hover around 50 to 55,000 active listings.
Yep.
And then during the pandemic, it went down as low as 18,000.
Wow,
which is crazy, right? And so now we're getting back to 40,000.
Okay.
So we're almost back to pre-pandemic, and I think that's going to be healthy for the markets.
Right. So if you're familiar with the west coast of Florida, how far do we go up? Meaning, we don't go to Tallahassee, I don't think, right?
What, the board?
Yeah.
No, it's just past.
That's past Tampa.
Like Hudson.
Okay. So if you're looking at the coast, and it goes up maybe 60 miles from where we are.
Yeah.
But it goes down quite a bit. It goes down to Sarasota. It
goes almost down to Fort Myers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah. And then you got Orlando and. So yeah, we're getting back to that area, which is great. That's what we need.
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah, and Dan says, okay, Tom, dynamic pricing is the key. AI is a fancy business term that equals logarithms running multiple scenarios, kind of the next gen buzzword for computer-aided analysts. I see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm telling you, after I heard it, well, we're gonna look at the stock, man, because after I heard that, right, I'm more tempted to put the bungalow up behind me.
I see.
Do you know what I'm saying?
To see what you get.
Because what happens, folks, is this. If you do, even when I was doing, if you price them up and down, you have someone there, you can make a lot more money. If they're looks like they're doing it now, so that means you actually can.
Yeah, and you can rent them out instead of sitting there and wasting money.
No, totally.
So that's pretty cool, yeah.
So median price.
Same thing here. In this area, it used to be around 240 right before the pandemic started, and then we went up to 375 median price.
Okay.
So that's a 36% increase.
Right.
In what, about a year and, 2 years, yeah.
Yep.
And so now we're down to about 350, and it looks like it's going to keep going down a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but it's going to go down a little bit more. So
So pre-pandemic, 240K. The height of the pandemic, 375, and we're about 350 now.
Yeah.
It's a whole round trip, folks. Yeah, it is. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Let's go see where this market is right now. We have the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials right now trading. There it is. See, it wants to run to the top. Dow Industrials are up 80. Nasdaq is up 59. S&Ps are up 12. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 78, Nasdaq's up 64, S&Ps are up 12. Wait till you see this, folks. This is unbelievable. So, MGO Global, okay. This is an IPO that went IPO this morning. Now, check it out. So, the IPO price is $5, okay? $5 right there. They pushed 1.5 million shares out, right? Now, this company here has the lock on Lionel Messi's all his sports gear, okay? And of course, I think he's one of the, if he's not the best, he's just up there as the best soccer players in the world.
Like
right?
ever, yes.
Yeah, exactly, ever, yeah. So watch what the stock did. You're not going to believe this, folks. I'll put an intraday chart up. This is like as sick as you get. It opened at 860, went down to 704. Within 60 minutes, it exploded up to $16.61. Now it's trading 5 cents under its IPO price. That's about as sick as you can get, man. I mean, the amount of money that's going to be lost there is just like absolutely extraordinary. I mean,
What's the market cap on this?
This here market cap. Let's see what they have here. 64 million right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Right. Let's go to Jose in Lakeland. Jose, what's going on, brother?
Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon. Eddies, smoke them if you have them. Hey, Tom, in the past weeks, we've talked about pointing the finger at Kathy Wood. She takes a lot of heat for, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on bad positions, Tesla and the like. I suspect there's a lot of fund managers that are in the same boat who are basically have a background of selling vacuum cleaners and encyclopedias. Now, don't get me wrong. I sold vacuum cleaners door to door. I sold the Hoover Dial-O-Matic 5000 back in the day.
I love it.
And we were trained to knock on the door, barge in, throw a big bag of dirt on the carpet, and then give a 1-minute presentation of how this Dial-O-Matic Hoover was going to clean up this mess. Well, on my third service call, that's what I did, and I plugged the thing in, and nothing happened. I looked at the homeowner, and she said, "Oh, we had our electricity turned off 3 days ago for non-payment," and that was the end of that gig.
That was awesome, man. Oh my God!
You know what I mean? A lot of these fund managers have a sketchy background, if you know what I mean.
That is hilarious, man. Seriously. So, what are we going to look at?
Tom, 9,000 on the NASDAQ. That seems fanciful at best at this point.
Okay, so hold on. Are we talking about the NDX or the composite? 1 second, let me see.
Yeah, the 100 going to 9,000.
Okay.
Because I've been salivating for 2 weeks here, waiting for this.
Yeah, well, it's really only elevating for 6 days, but when you're shot, it would feel like 6 weeks. That's what happens, I know. To me, this is still game. You can see. I just put this on a monthly, and you can see, those 4 bars were at the same place, basically. Well, we're not the same place. We took back half of the losses that we got from last month, but,
Okay.
I'm still...
All right.
So what you have, the larger ABC structure is still in place, if that's what you're actually asking. So
yes.
that larger ABC is still in place. It took out the B. It took it out with volume. Let me just pull this up to see where we're at.
A lot of support for Apple after it hits that 132, 129, 132.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. So you can see the B point on this is, it hasn't even, well, actually, hold on 1 second. That's the B point. No, that's not the B point. This is the B point. So the B point is, we're right at it, actually. It's 2... Let's see, is that the B point? No, the B point's down here. So the B point is 269, we're at 280, right? So, we're not even close to the C. The C point's 334, Yeah, I trust me, I get it. But, that ABC structure is still down. It's a monthly ABC down, so.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on it. All right, fellas, have a good weekend.
Hey. You guys have a great one and a safe one, Jose.
Hey, have a good one. Thank you.
Make sure the electricity is plugged in next time.
What a story, huh?
That's all right. Listen, I got one just like that, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. I sold when 8 tracks first come in. I think I sold this right after I was in the Marines. I think this is like 69 or something, right? No, I got out in 70, September of 70. So check this out, folks. This is a crazy story, man. And it's so sad. You see, Elvis Presley's daughter died?
Yeah.
So when I was a little kid, man, I always wanted to be Elvis Presley. I took all Vaseline and put it in my head and try to make that, thing. Make a long story short, 8 tracks had just come out. And I was going, the way it would work would going to door. I was selling music, right?
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is that, wait till you hear this story, this is crazy. So what ends up happening is that you would go to the office, right? and they had people cold calling. Now, this is the first time I've ever really understood like what a sales organization was and what a ripoff they were, too. You'll see the end of the story, what happened here. So what happens is that they'd have a list of houses you have to go to, and the appointments are already made, right?
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is that we worked from like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to like 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. So since I always thought I was Elvis Presley, I had like black velvet pants on, and then this is the 60s, right? And I had this little jacket. It was black velvet with all different kinds of colors on it.
Yeah.
So you walk into the house, folks. The way you do it was set up. You walk into the house. I had this big boom box, and of course, I have the cassettes. So what I would do, I'd walk in, and you put them on, and then I would jump up and down on the cassettes, right, to show them that they can't break, okay? So what happens, folks, is this. They always have a sales thing. So they had a sales thing that if you did so many, you get a color TV. I said, oh, man, I'm going to win this, right? And there had to be 20, 30 sales guys there. Well, bottom line is that I went like crazy. I won the contest, right? And what happened, so check this out. This is amazing, folks. I'm sure there's probably, I don't know if it still happens or not. But anyway, what happened is this. I won the test. So now all of this happens within like 10 days, okay? And all of a sudden I get a call from this couple, and the guy is saying, Tom, I can't believe it. Like, they're telling me that, I'm going to owe them now like $2,000 or some crazy number. You could picture that. That was 2,000 would probably be like five or 6,000 now, folks. Okay. Yeah. I said, what are you talking about, man? He says, I had someone else call me up after you sold me, right? And they're telling me, no, you just signed a contract for 3 years or 5 years, and you got to keep buying the music. Bottom line, it was a scam.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So I go into work the next day. I'm talking to the boss. I says, hey, man, this is like crazy, you're doing this. He's looking at me like, hey, kid, you're going to get out of here. I says, oh, yeah? I grabbed the phone, and I called the Attorney General.
Oh, wow.
I was so flipped out, I couldn't see straight, man. I they
shut him down or what?
I don't think they shut him down, but they were familiar with it. They took my call, and all my people got canceled. But
yeah.
I think it's the last time I ever worked for a company. I think it was the only time. I was a lifeguard as a skate guy, but I worked for the water department for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Crazy. Stay right there, folks, and come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. And here's the ultimate tiger, right? Yeah, this tiger, folks, when you hear this quote, this is like the best one, isn't it? I've been making a fortune selling home security systems. If no one's home, I just leave the brochure on the kitchen table.
What a great way, huh?
That is a great way. There's no doubt about that. Unbelievable.
You see that one where he says, does best friend even know what HVACs are?
He doesn't. No, you do, yeah?
Well,
I don't think you do.
I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
Seriously.
I don't know when they went out of style.
I can tell you. Yeah, there's no doubt. So let's wait till you see this KBH, okay? So check this out, folks, okay? This is pretty intense. So KB Homes came out with numbers Wednesday, and they didn't make their numbers. In fact, didn't make their numbers. They were supposed to deliver 2,000 homes.
Yeah.
And they only delivered 700.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's way down.
It's way down. So what's going to be intriguing here, and this is what's so cool, about being in the market, meaning, the equity market, the real estate market, because they're all the same, man. You're just trading, basically. And what's interesting here is that when I put this on a weekly, it's like, okay, hold it. This is an ABC up. So watch this. You have volume up there at 56, at 50, 39 to 50. So this is an ABC up saying, I'm going to take this one here. So that's 34. It's almost $9. That's saying that you're going to go to 39. And then up there, the bottom is 39, the top is 50. Now, the wild thing about this, for both of us, for anyone in the real estate business, is that, listen, those folks that are saying, hey, man, the Fed's going to back off just might be right. Because if these home builders keep going higher, something's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because, it's like that's not how it works. I mean, that's the reality. I can show you 2007, 2008. See, this is still only a small retracement, though. Let me see this for a second. So if I go here. Yeah, it's right at 0.382 right now. But,
where do you think it's going?
Not what I look for. Here, let me show you this. This is really cool. I'm going to bring Toll Brothers up first, and I'll bring it all the way back to the crash so you can see how these work. Because I waited like 2 years before I started buying on that crash. And I can show you why, because what these equities actually did, which is unbelievable. You see, okay, so this one here, there it is. So the stocks, that's why I waited 2 years. See what's going on there? The top was 2005. In the home builders, but the crash really didn't come in 2007.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? So look at that.
So people already knew it was coming down, huh? Like
it's the market did, and the market is accumulation of all of us together, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let me pull up Lennar too. I want to see, because you can, you want every little edge you can get. So if we bring Lennar up. Same thing. See that? And then they had a decent. They had a counter trend balance all there in 2007. Look what it did. Lennar high was 68, It goes sideways for almost a year, comes down to 38, and then there's a monster counter trend bounce to 56, and then falls apart and goes down to $3.
Crazy.
Yeah. But this is not a bad, let's get this closer. And we'll bring up that index. Cool, they tell us to bring up that index. Okay. Let's see. So I'll bring it to 10 years. See, that doesn't look bad, right? That's...
Well, you think it's the same bounce?
You don't know. You don't know, but I can...
From 05 to 07?
That's a big bounce, man. See, that's already past the 618. So that's saying that actually you go to 100% bounce. And if that's the case, that means that folks think that think the rates are going to go down quicker would be right.
Yeah.
Which we would love. We would all love that. HGX, let me bring this up. So HGX is... HGX index. Okay, thanks. HGX index. So this is a 20-year bond, I think. What's it? Oh, no, this is the Philadelphia Housing Sector Index. Okay. So we're going to have what's in this? No, I guess not. But that's all right. This is the housing index. Look at this.
Wow.
I know. Let me put this on a... Yeah, I see though. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's do 10 years. Well, this isn't too much of a bounce, this one. Well, no, it's a 50% bounce. You know, a 50% bounce is a normal bounce. You don't know, like, whether it'll keep going or going down.
I see.
But a 0.382 is a dead cat bounce. This is not a dead cat bounce, though. The thing that's so intriguing is that, you know, the way I actually played it the last time in this crash is that I was playing it off these equities, actually. Do you know what I mean?
I see. You know what's funny about interest rates is I was talking to my brother-in-law in France.
Yes.
And he's looking to build a house, and he was looking at rates, and he was surprised because they were up to 3.5.
Really?
He's, oh, man, this is so high. He's like, this is crazy. He's like, I was like, what? I was like, that's usually very low for us.
Right.
And he said usually there it's like 1.5%.
Right. And so what happens is that, let's bring this up. We can do it right now. Let's see. Here's France. See it right here? Yeah. There it is. See that, folks? We're 10 years at 3.5. Theirs is at 2.6.
I see.
And what does happen in Europe is that we're the only ones, you know, folks, in case you don't know this, is that have 30-year mortgages. In the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a normal thing. They have... I
think 25 years was max.
They have variables.
Like 15, yeah.
I think those are on variables, too. You know what I mean?
See.
Instead of a fixed deal. That's how they work. Which is a whole different ballgame. Do you know what I'm saying?
They also have a prepayment penalty, I think, over there.
Do they? Yeah, right.
Here is gone, so...
Yeah,
it's a different game over there.
And that's where what gets interesting there. That's when you're talking about MBSs. So MBS is a mortgage-backed security, folks. Okay, and what happens in the aspect of right now, because people are not paying mortgages off and refinancing, it's getting clogged up.
I see.
Okay, that's you know, because you can imagine how many people are not refinancing.
Yeah.
And then if you look at here, listen to this. Watch this. If we pull Rocket Mortgage up, where do you see this? I mean, this guy, he sold out at the high, absolutely went public at the high. And, of course, you know, he had, you know, Tommy was talking about it when this was actually happening on the air. And here's the spike. This is when they, so it's down to $8, and Dan Gilbert was selling like at $26.
Wow.
Is that wild? So Dan Gilbert, so if we take a look at here, management, he's got someone, now that's even funnier. He's got someone else in there now. He does.
Oh, so he's not even
running. Yeah,
let
me see. He must be still in the charge of the board. There he is. Yeah, he's the chairman now. He stepped, you know, cleaned up. Exactly.
Yeah, what a business, though.
What a business. Oh, my God. He really did it. Stay right there, folks. Best and I come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 87. You get the Nasdaq up 67. S&Ps are up 12. And the 10-year note right now. So let's go look at this note, because this is going to get really interesting. I mean, looking at some of these stocks, man, I got to really get my head wrapped around these TY. Let's get this contract up first, because what we did have, so this is going to be the 10-year contract, folks. So this is the bond contract. Now, it failed at its high, its swing high here, but look at that volume, man. Okay, so it came into the swing high. Last swing high had 1.8 million contracts. This came in at 2.3. Now, the bummer is it got over this high today. So the high yesterday was 115.13, and we had 115.15. So you see how that gets over it? Now it's got light volume. It's like, oh, man, that's a shame, because what that's saying is that can be a failure now. Now they head back down again as prices go down, rates go back up again.
I see.
You know?
Yeah.
So we'll see where it shakes out. It's certainly going to be an interesting year.
You know what I've noticed too is this is one of the first times I've seen the Dow.
Yes.
Only up like $80 to $100.
Yeah.
It's usually up 500 or down 500.
It is. Yeah. It is. I know.
So this is like a flat day, huh?
This is a flat day. It started sideways right from the get-go. Actually, no, it started a little bit higher. You can see the low yesterday in the Dow was 33,762. The low today is 33,915. And we talk about the Dow. We talk about riding the wave, folks. It's, Mr. Basil Chapman's birthday. We want to wish him a great happy birthday. If you are in the den, shoot him a birthday, happy birthday. That's the big,
Happy birthday.
That's right.
With the nuts, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, with the nuts. You hear that, Basil? I love it.
Yeah, those things are addictive.
Everyone knows, Best had some nuts. Everyone knows about the nuts. You gotta love it. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw you hard out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Look at Jay, he's amazing then. I told Jacob, he's gonna teach me how to do what you do. I love all those gifts, man.
He's ready.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Come back and visit Tommy Monday morning. Don't forget about saying happy birthday to Basil.
Building